Hello there. It's so good to see your face again. I have been taking a break from YouTube, not necessarily from tarot reading, but collective readings in general. Focusing on personal readings these past few months. But really, I've been experiencing ADHD burnout and recovering from that. And it's just been years and years and years of not knowing what I am and pushing myself past my limits for too long. But now that I listen to myself and my body and allow myself more softness in life, I'm definitely coming to a place where I know that I should be, where we all should be. And I had been experiencing semi-homelessness these past few months, but I've been offered to move in with some family, so that's great. We'll definitely be moving after this reading post, so I'm looking forward to that, being around those who add to my energy and not siphon it. But I had received an inspired action this morning to post a collective reading because this reading will be posted on 666, 2 and 2 on the timer, and I'm just so glad that more and more of us are recognizing and comprehending the number 666 for what it actually is. I mean, it is, novelty, fun to just, it's the devil number, but really no, it's more so, it's a number, 6 is the number of balance because it is the counterpart to 9. And I mean, 666 is more so about self-reflection. I also feel about communing with higher self. Oh, it's a butterfly. And right before I started this reading, there were 2 birds chasing after, I think it was a smaller morning cloak butterfly. It could have been a moth, but just based on the coloring, it reminded me of a morning cloak. And one of the birds did get it. So just this feeling of a culmination, a huge ending, so that an even bigger beginning may take shape, may coalesce into the collective reality. So let's get into this reading, and here we go. Universe, my cards are extremely accurate and only show the truth. What is higher self wanting us to see right now? Thank you so much. Oh, okay, well, one at a time, please. Although, I don't remember. Whoops. Oh, well. It is a 4-card spread. If they're meant to come out, they'll come out again. And I know that 4 can be an unfavorable number in some cultures, mainly Eastern cultures. But we must remember that 4 is a foundational number, and it is, the number of stability, the number of support. 4 represents death in many, 444 on the timer, represents death in many Eastern Asian cultures, and that is just even more. Okay, we've got 2 here. I'll flip them over after. That is just even more affirmation from the universe when I saw the butterfly get eaten, will get taken back to the bird's nest to be eaten. And here we are. We have our 4 cards. Okay. Thank you, universe. So, let's see. The spread that I have written down here. Alright, so I'm going to flip them this way. I'm not taking any reversals. Thank you so much. 2, 3, and 4. Oh, dang. Okay. So, the first position here, what does higher self want us to hear now? And we have the 10 of presents, or the 10 of pentacles. This is the Nightmare Before Christmas deck. And I mean, this is one of the happiest cards in all of tarot. This is one of the greatest cards that can show up in a spread, in a reading, because it is the signifier of generational wealth, the ability to give to others freely, to share unconditionally, because you have so much material success. Nope, don't go flying away just yet. You have so much material success that you're able to help not only yourself but others, and for generations to come. So the higher self is wanting us to hear that there's nothing to worry about in the material, like no matter what the 3D may look like. You have everything now. There's nothing to need, because you always have everything you want, and to always use what you have, because you're always going to get more. I also feel that, oh, I'm so sorry, it's not the 10 of presents, it's the 6 of presents. So I'm not even reading correctly. Okay, so yeah, my burnout. Okay, I'm not gonna blame it on anything. I'm not gonna make excuses. But anyway, 6 of presents. Oh, okay, so that's even better, because this is 4666. But still, like, this is still being able to share with others, still being able to reciprocate to others what they give to you. So more so, like, again, just knowing that you're always gonna get more, to not be too attached to what you have. It's kind of like when someone asks you for something, give freely to them if you're able to, because it's going to come back to you even quicker, is what I'm hearing. So be joyous, have fun. Again, don't worry so much about what things may look like, because what goes on in the unseen will soon present itself to you. And then in the second position, we have, what are we ignoring? And here's the Fool. So I just feel basically that we're ignoring ourselves. We're ignoring intuitive nudges from higher self. Thoughts are not your own, and a lot of times we can confuse thoughts with intuitive nudges. But what I garner as intuitive nudges is when I ask a question and immediately I feel the response within my core, then that is intuition. That is the intuitive nudge. When you're walking around and you hear something in your head, that's a thought, and a lot of times it's not even your own, it's just a broadcast. And a lot of times your own thoughts are broadcasted to others, so it's good to be mindful of what you're thinking, because your thoughts do manifest your reality. There is, I believe I had stated this in a previous video, but there is a Stanford research that was published, I believe in 2004, that complaining actually damages your hippocampus, and your hippocampus helps to manifest your reality. So even just 30 seconds of complaining causes permanent damage to your hippocampus. I can definitely say that a lot of us have done a lot of that, but more so is like, instead of complaining, just give feedback. When you see something that you should react to, then yes, react. But if you see something that you don't want and you're not happy about, just ignore it. I feel as though also this card is telling us that we're ignoring our childlike sense of wonder, the ability to remain curious. We've kind of fallen into a hardened sort of shell, okay? And the way children approach life is, with curiosity. Yeah, they say curiosity killed the cat, but a cat has 9 lives. So what we're ignoring is this sense of adventure. Just basically to be excited for each moment, because anything can change in the blink of an eye. Anything can happen in the blink of an eye. So just remaining curious as to what's up ahead, remaining curious as to what awaits you. 1313 on the timer. Go for more walks is also what I'm hearing, if you're able to. Just get out and go. Because in the 3rd position, we have what aligns us with our true path. And I am reading this correctly. It is the 10 of Cups. And the 10 of Cups is the super happy ending. The 10 of Cups is, again, one of the happiest, greatest cards you can receive in a reading. So just keep focusing on what you want, and again, ignoring what you don't, and using discernment in the core of your solar plexus of when to react and when not to. I also feel that this is telling us to pay attention to our emotions, to hone the emotional quotient. So we're always talking about IQ, the intelligence quotient, but more and more of us are starting to work on our emotional quotients, and that has a lot to do with ignoring what you don't, focusing on what you do want, and having the courage to react when we should, having the courage to discern what triggers us, and deciding whether we want to keep carrying those triggers with us or just leave them where they are and continue on. And then in the fourth position, we have the next gentle step, which is the Five of Needles, the Five of Swords. And this, I mean, and how you approach it could be the gentility, but I feel that you've been wrestling with yourself and kind of like standing in your own way. So what higher self wants us to see is that we are the only ones who block ourselves. You're not a human. You're a being having a human experience. And once you allow that truth to filter into every aspect of your experience, then things get so much easier. Things do become so much softer because you're no longer under the mindset that life is happening to you, but you're more so receptive to the fact that life is happening for you. You came here to experience the material. You know, I've been told that things don't just fall into your lap, but that's just a limiting belief, because everything you don't want easily falls into your lap. So why is it that everything you do want shouldn't follow the same suit? You know, it's just all in the matter of what you allow to fall into your lap, what you allow to enter into your experience. And Albert Einstein even said that negative people have a problem for every solution. So the next gentle step is just keep focusing on solutions, because life, the physical paradigm, is always going to present challenges. So the more you focus on solutions and knowing that every redirection is a step in the aligned direction, the universe is always going to give you what you want or better. So just believe and receive. Oh man, I'm going to ask the Oracle of Roses to close this reading out. What is energy of support that the collective can embody, Roses? Thank you so much. I'm hearing you know your gifts and you know your purpose. So don't doubt it. Don't second guess that where you're heading is where you should be. Yeah, I'm hearing that in my core, not in my head. One card, Roses, if we may. Thank you so much. I'm also hearing the crow reminded me right now to keep trusting them. Keep trusting them that they have your best interests and the information that they're giving you is true, because they see you as a compatriot. They see you as one of the murderers. So don't ever doubt that the messages they bring aren't truly for you. They love you so much. They really do. And they know where you're going. They can see it before you can. Thank you. We have 2 cards. Okay. Thank you. So we have the storyteller and the heart. Oh, wonderful. So with these cards, I'm feeling that the universe, higher self, they want us to remember that each of us is here to play a part, to embody a role within the bigger picture, where each of us has a story to tell. And some of us may be a little more adept at expressing it than others. But also remember that actions speak louder than words. So as a storyteller, a lot of the time we're just leading by example for others to see, for others to follow, should they choose, should they feel guided to. And with the heart coming out, like, your heart is so huge, your heart is so full of love, your heart is so full of light. And I'm also feeling that you have so much unconditional love, not only for yourself, but for others. So in the Oracle of Roses book, for the storyteller, the way that you can explore this card is, what story are you living or telling yourself, and how does it make you feel? So going back to the 10 of Cups, focusing on your super happy ending, focusing on what you truly want to experience in the human paradigm, in the physical story, right? I don't know, these kids are being kind of silly. Anyways, meanings and uses of this card are myths, excitement, drama, dreams, embellishments. Again, what I was saying, we're all here to play a role, to play a part. Deities are Mnemosyne, Athena, and Bragi. Astrological sign Leo. And then for the heart, a way that you can explore this energy is to ask yourself, when was the last time you did something completely heart-focused? I will read this part. The heart does know what it wants. I'm just feeling to do it, and it uses emotions to express this. So listen when it speaks. It can give and receive love at the same time, but there are not scales of measurement or score sheets to tally. Meanings and uses of this card are forgiveness, acceptance, compassion, love, emotions, again, unconditional love, allowing others to be them, and loving yourself so much that should they overstep your boundaries, you have the capacity to leave them where they are and continue forward. It's not conditional love to allow people to be themselves and you continue on. You choosing yourself, right? To not entertain those that consistently disrespect you or do not listen to you. I'm not saying that, you know, you are the end all be all. Without you, none of this would exist. But the greatest humility each of us can have is to recognize that we are God consciousness, but so is everything else, even down to the tiniest microcosm, the tiniest neuron that you can't even see. That is God consciousness. But deities for this card are Hestia, Aphrodite, Venus, which are two in the same, and Óengus. Óengus. Oengus. Óengus. Okay, I'll have to research and I'll put who Óengus is in the description box. And again, astrological sign is Leo. So I'm feeling that some amazing, stupendous, spectacular event is going to happen for you in Leo season. You're gonna have an amazing story to tell that's extremely heart focused, so full of love and merriment. It's like your heart's almost gonna burst. 2808 on the timer in Leo season. So get excited, remain curious, and I'll see you soon. Not sure when, but soon enough, okay? Love ya. Take care.